Let me know if you guys are hearing me. Okay, good, great. Alright, so what I will be doing, guys, I'm just gonna share with you guys how I analyze the volatility index. I'm gonna share with you how I analyze the volatility index and why I am able to maintain consistency when trading this pair. Alright, now I don't necessarily focus on daily support and resistance, because if you look on the volatility index, what you'll notice is that there's a lot of missing information on it. Alright, if you look closely on the daily time frame, you're gonna notice that there are gaps between daily candles. You're gonna find gaps between daily candles. So this, I just find it pretty difficult at times to identify the levels with missing information. Apart from, you see that you have a solid resistance here, and you know that you have support in this area and resistance. So I just ignore the daily time frame completely. I don't use the daily time frame to do anything at all on the volatility index. Alright, what I normally do is to identify our trend. I identify the current trend we are trading in by using my trend line. Alright, so I trade this using trend line. This is how I trade it. Trend line, sometime I might use a Fibonacci, and it is pretty easy. So all I do whenever I'm using my trend line is to just identify a low that makes perfect sense to me, where I can attach a perfect trend line. So you see that we have a touch right here, two touch right here, and you just extend it all the way out. Alright, you can do this on the 4-hour time frame, you can do this on the 30-minute time frame, it doesn't matter. But for now, I'm using the H4 time frame. So what I'll do next with this is to just clone the trend line right here and bring it at the top. Now, looking at this, guys, what you're seeing right here, again, one touch, two touch, all the way out just the same. Alright, I'm just highlighting potential sell area to show you guys the validity of this strategy, how effective this strategy is. Again, right here you have one touch, two touch, all the way out. Alright, now I do this on the H4 time frame. What I normally do next, you can go down to the 1-hour time frame if you feel a need to, or the 30-minute time frame, to wait and support our resistance in the area. This gives me confirmation that if we should continue to move bullish, price needs to respect the trajectory of the trend line. So what you notice here is that we get one touch right here with a support, two touch, we go all the way out. Alright, all the way out with the trend line. So right here is my buying area with support. Alright, here, even though support form all the way up here, I mean, even if you're going to take a buy right here, then a stop loss would have to be below this level right here. Here again, you can see that we got a nice little support for buy, and the market shoot all the way up. One touch again, two touch all the way out. You saw that we created resistance here. So even if you sell here and have stop loss probably about here, you would have made a decent move down. Good enough to secure some position. Alright, again, resistance right here, stop loss above the level. You still wouldn't have gotten stopped out. Market push down, secure some profit. We came all the way back up, huge rejection, forming resistance right here. You can take potential sell. So I trade it within a channel. I take buys at the lows, and I take sells at the highs. Alright? But in order to get that confirmation, you have to wait on at least a 30-minute candle to close in your direction to take that trade. You have to get at least a 30-minute candle to close in your direction to take that trade. So wait on a 30-minute candle, and that would be a confirmation to take buy. Because whenever the market is trending bullish, guys, we will respect the trajectory of the trend line. We will respect the trajectory of the trend line. Alright? The market bounce around here, create a top range. Just the same, you could have even gotten buys at this low right here. You could have took some buys here because again, one touch, two touch all the way out, support farm. You buy at support to push back up to the top of the range. You look for sell to push all the way back down. And as you can see, the market push again, created resistance here. Even if you took sell with stop above the level, you would have ride the trend all the way back down. So this is how I analyze and trade the volatility 75. Apart from that, sometime I might use the Fibonacci. Now, I'm going to share with you another idea, but this idea is very risky. Alright? This idea is very risky. Sometime what I do, whenever price pulls into the area, I take a buy on the wick. I look to the left and I place my stop loss below the level to the left with anticipation that if the market should continue to push bullish, we don't need to break and close outside of the trend line. How I manage risk using this strategy, once I get like a 15-minute or a 30-minute candle to break and close outside of my trend line, I'm going to close some percentage off in managing risk. Alright, again, let's look at the two trades that we actually took last night and this morning based on the 30-minute time frame. Alright, now I send out the idea for buy on this. You know, I didn't send it as a signal, but I enter this position. I explained to the guys why I'm gonna wait until the NY session for a signal, but this was breakdown in the meeting we have last night, and I explained to them why I would be looking for buys here with support on the 30-minute time frame. We got support, stop loss was below this level, so you know we were pretty safe. Got a candle to close bearish, you know, manage risk, close back in my direction, push all the way up, secure good profit here. Again, we came back down this morning, we farm support. Wait for this candle to retrace to about here. This is when I sent out the buys. Alright. And we also took an entry right here. And stop loss was below this level. Still didn't get stopped out. So overall, two signal was actually sent for buys this morning for the market to continue to push back up. And as you can see, we are currently in profit. Alright. These sells last night, I took some sells right here based on this candle. Farming resistance. One touch, two touch all the way out. You know, so when this candle retrace, I took some sell with stop loss above the level and the market pushed down nicely. So guys, all you have to do is to just identify the channel or the trend of the market. Clearly we are moving down we are in a short-term downtrend. Again, the low, the high, the low, we create high, low again, high. We have a low, we have another high, low, high, we have another low, high. So I always look for buys at these levels and sells at these levels. So take for example, if the market didn't turn back here and push here and create resistance, then I would have taken a sell down with stop loss above this level. So if we can push up here and farm resistance on the 30-minute, I might risk a small percentage of the profit that I would have made to get price back down to this trend line or even all the way back down to here. I know it's a bit messy, but you know, once you watch it over and over, you will get a better understanding. So the strategy is very simple, guys. So I trade this different from currency pair. I focus on support and resistance with currency pair. I still mark off support and resistance because this is what makes up the market. Support and resistance. The market react to these levels. But sometimes you're going to find that price tends to wick below the area. So take for example, you see that we have a support here. Price wick below and we also close back above the support area. and also back above my trend line, you know. So overall we were using probably about a 16 pip stop loss on this trade, and the overall push is 50 plus pip. 50 plus pips. So take for example, if you're risking $1 per pip, you would have made over $50. Alright, and a member in the premium community did exactly that. As you can see here, the deposit is $12 and he was able to make $41 on the signals that was actually sent in the group, guys. So you don't need a lot of money to trade the market. You just have to, you know, take some time when you join the community, go through the educational content, watch the videos when they are posted, so that you can actually get a better understanding of what I visualize in the market. Alright, so it's not hard, it's not simple. So, you know, you just have to be patient and disciplined. So the thing with me now, I don't try to catch every single move, and I don't jump in and out of the market, guys. You can't jump in and out of the market every minute. You're going to mess your account up. Wait for solid options that you know that have a 70 to 80% probability. Sometimes you might lose a 1 and 2 trade, yes, but based on my risk management strategy, you are going to be okay once you're not over risking or over leveraging on your account. You just wait on some valid setup and then you execute on those trades and manage your risk as you go along. You know, so it's a pretty simple strategy, just the same, and you know, you can use it to capitalize on good move in the Forex market. Now, I'm going to share with you another idea as it relates to using the Fibonacci. So clearly, you can see that we have a high here. We push down our create a low right here. Alright, what you can do is to grab your fib, you attach it from your swing high to your swing low. What you'll notice is that price actually pulls back into the golden zone here and form resistance. So if you are playing this with the fib, then sells would have been here with stop loss probably above here. And you would have caught this entire move all the way back down. And then, you know, you can use the trend line just the same to get a entry here to ride the move back up. Alright, so this is how you can actually use the fib whenever you are trading the volatility index. Again, you have a swing low right here. You have a swing high right here. Even though price breaks below, clearly you can see that this candle forms support here. So this gives us strong confirmation that we can continue to push back up to resistance here. You would have caught this move just the same. You know, so this is how you can actually implement the Fibonacci in your strategy as well. You know, but for now, this is how I am milking the market using just the trend line. Alright, just the trend line, because whenever price is in a trend, we will take for example, we are in a minor downtrend now, lower highs, and you're going to find that we are creating significant lower lows. Alright, so it simply means that whenever the market is printing price in this direction, we are going down. Alright guys, so I'm going to leave this video on YouTube so you can actually go back and watch it. I am sharing free content with you guys. Very, very valid information. The same thing that I use. You know, so don't overlook it. And in order to see good consistency, guys, don't jump between strategy. If you are focusing on one strategy, master that strategy. Once you master that strategy, you're not going to have any problem in the Forex market as long as you can master that strategy, because there is no one strategy that we use to trade the Forex market, or one strategy to trade the Forex market rather. You know, so even if you are using a strategy and you suffer a few losses, don't throw it out the window and try to learn another strategy. Try and master it. Whenever you lose a trade, go back and look at what you did wrong and what you could have done right. Alright? Go back and look at that. Alright? I had a last year, I think it was Saturday, price break above. I took sells and I didn't get the candle closure and I got stopped out. Made it back between yesterday. I made it back yesterday, you know. But in looking back at this, what I should have done was to just wait on a candle to close in my direction to give me the confirmation that, hey, we are pushing bearish, you know, and I got stopped out by less than a pip, by less than 1 pip on the market, you know, eventually push down and would have it take profit 1, you know. So this is how you analyze the market. This is how you analyze the volatility index. So it's not hard. It's not hard. All I do, I just identify my channel and I trade it in that channel. My channel is the same thing as the current market trend. All right. Even if you are using a trend line from here, 1 touch, 2 touch, all the way out, again, what you can do is to clone your trend line to put it at the top. You know, you just have to put it at an area that makes perfect sense to you. And what you'll notice, you can take, you know, buys here if you want, push back up to here, you sell it back down, bounce around, create another high right here. You know, if you want to take sell based on this resistance, that's your option. But as you can see, your price pull back to the area, third time forming resistance, you could have took some sells right here. And you could have caught another entry here to ride the trend back up. So this is how you do it. You know, it's pretty simple. So after you spend sufficient time practicing, going over the strategy over and over, you can identify the probability and also the flaws within that strategy. You know, so this was sent in the premium group, guys. This was sent in the premium group. You know, this was the first entry. Didn't get stopped out on this entry because the result was actually posted, and you know, we came down, and this was the second entry. Wait for price to pull back here for a better entry, and I got in on this. I gave the entry price, I gave the stop loss, 8 pips in profit, 10 pips in profit, 14 pips in profit. If you are planning to hold this trade, move SL to 15605.1500 and close 50% if it pulls back to entry. Didn't pull back to entry. All right, we push all the way up to 18 pips, secure some position, everyone. We went up to 30 plus pip, move SL to entry, and overall the trade moved to 50 plus pip. So again, guys, this is the strategy that I use to trade the volatility index. I am sharing good information with you guys, so don't overlook it. Try and use it to the best of your ability. You're not going to find a lot of traders in Jamaica doing this. Even if you check other trader page, they might upload a one and two thing. Sometimes I do live stream, I record videos and stuff like that just to show you guys. And if you even go back and look at the history of the channel compared to other channels in Jamaica, you're going to see that we have quite amount of video. And it is something that I am looking at to do long term. You know, I'm just working on some stuff, trying to get it off the ground, and once I up and running the real way, then, you know, I'm going to be doing some streams. But for now, things kind of a bit hectic, so I'm just setting something the way I want it to, so that it can be a bit smoother going forward. You know, so this is the strategy, guys. Check it out. You can try it, and you know, let me know how it goes. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the content. It is free education, you know, so spread the love.